Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're diving into a whole new way for businesses to get found, especially now in the age of AI. See, it's not just about having a website anymore, it's about becoming the answer. Okay, let's just kick things off with a single number 4%. Now, it might seem small, but what it represents is, well, it's massive. That's right. Of the 43 times billion web pages out there in the world, only 4% ever actually get a visitor from a search engine. So what about the other 96%? Well, they're basically living in a digital ghost town, completely invisible to potential customers. And that brings up a really critical, maybe even a little uncomfortable question for any business owner with a website. Are you one of the lucky few? Or are you kind of stranded out there in that ghost town, just waiting for visitors who are never going to show up? So, why is this ghost town even a thing? Well, it's because there's been a massive shift in how we find information online. The whole idea of search is changing right under our noses. Think about it. We've moved away from that classic model. Typing in a few keywords, getting a long list of blue links, and then having to do all the work ourselves. Now, we're in a new world. We just ask our AI assistants, like Gemini, Copilot, or ChatGPT, a regular question. We don't want a list anymore. We just want a single, direct answer. And this leads to a brand new reality, a really crucial one. If your business isn't set up to be the answer that the AI finds, you might as well be invisible. Just being another link on a results page, that's not going to cut it anymore. To see what this actually looks like, let's check out a real search query. A user didn't just type kennels near me. No, they asked a detailed conversational question, looking for the oldest, most trusted service they could find. Now here's what's really fascinating about this slide. Look at the result. Two completely different AI engines, one from Google and one from Microsoft, came back with the exact same business as the one, single, definitive answer. So, how did that happen? Was it just a coincidence? A stroke of good luck? No way. This result was the outcome of a very deliberate, methodical strategy. It was for sure engineered. Okay, so let's pull back the curtain and see how this whole thing works. The strategy really builds on two primary but very different engines that work together to get a business found. The first engine is called WAG. That stands for Webo Answer Content Generation. You can think of this as your knowledge engine. It's all about building your authority by creating dozens of these little microsites, and each one is designed to answer a super specific customer question. This whole ecosystem of answers basically teaches the AI that your business is the most trusted source to pull from. Then you've got the second engine, GBPO, or Google Business Profile Optimization. So while WACG is out there building that broad authority, GBPO is totally laser-focused on winning the local game. It's all about fine-tuning your free Google listing so you show up for customers right in your area who are searching and ready to buy, like right now. And this slide, it just lays out their different jobs perfectly. WAGC is playing the long game, It's focused on getting cited by AI by building up your EEET score. That's experience, expertise, authority, and trust. Meanwhile, GBPO is all about the immediate win, the local sale. It does that by maxing out your LPR score, which is all about your business's location, prominence, and relevance. So you see two channels, two very different but totally complementary goals. And to really get why GBPO is such a huge deal, you just have to look at where local sales actually come from. I think most of us would assume it's all about who's paying for the most ads, but the data is crystal clear. A full 56% of local sales are captured through free organic listings, like a really well-optimized Google business profile. That's more than all paid advertising put together. It means optimizing your free presence is probably the most powerful and cost-effective sales strategy for local businesses today. But, okay, the strategy doesn't stop with those two core engines. It actually uses two more channels to amplify your reach and create a complete self-sustaining system for growth. These are the amplifiers, and they just add fuel to the fire. First, you've got a smart referral program that basically turns your happy customers into a sales force for you. Then there's a coordinated social media plan that takes all that amazing content you're making with WACG and GPO and makes sure it gets out to a wider audience, consistently, on all the platforms where your customers are hanging out. So after looking at all these different pieces working together, What's the most important thing to take away from this whole new approach to getting found online? Well, the new path to visibility isn't about having one website and just hoping for the best anymore. It's a layered, multi-channel strategy. First, you have to become the authority that AI trusts. Then, you have to win the local battle for those ready-to-buy customers. And finally, you amplify everything you're doing to scale it up. The basic reality for businesses has just completely changed. The goal is no longer to just be another link for someone to click. The real goal is to build an entire ecosystem that makes you the direct source of information. So as you think about your own business, this is really the final question you need to be asking yourself. In this new age of AI, are you okay with being a hidden link in that massive digital ghost town? Or are you ready to become the answer?